We are now in a moment where markets are in complete chaos, not because they are going down, it's because they don't know which way to go. Our nation is at a complete standstill as the election gets closer, and most of us know what's coming. We know that a lot of us are going to get our way. The problem is, very few people run the economy, and they are going to throw a tantrum. 2.5 years ago, I wrote a course because I was so bogged down helping people with private calls and giving them ideas of how to take advantage of this now downturn. So I started a course. Thousands of people jumped on and started preparing for this downturn, the most epic downturn of this century in the housing market. I showed them real estate cycles that most people have never taught ever. They started buying gold and silver and Bitcoin because of a specific class I taught in that course. And I said, if you would do this 2.5 years ago, there is a shift coming in the real estate market that you will transfer one wealth class to another. And you will be part of the greatest arbitrage in honestly the last 100 years when it comes to finance. Well, now is the time to pull the trigger because I was woken up to part of the cycle that I told everyone was going to start in June, and it did, but it wasn't until a subscriber gave me a phone call based off of a comment that I'd received that I had nailed a specific time point when foreclosures would start to explode. He showed me the facts of it. He showed me the proof and how the government is hiding it. Then an attorney from Texas that I know that specializes in foreclosures. I'm sure John's going to be watching this. John, let everyone know who you are down in the comment section. Gannon the Cannon, he goes by. He was telling me the other day how he's getting HUD-1 foreclosures in his office. And he goes, I can't believe the government is hiding this. That's when you've hit a breaking point. I'm watching Paul Tudor Jones talking about today how a market reckoning on spending after the election is going to happen. And he says we're going broke. He famously called the 1987 stock market fiasco. I get a call from Dylan and he says, you need to tell everybody or make an offer to everybody before you launch your big idea. Because this big idea, no joke, has had me losing sleep for weeks and weeks because of that phone call from a subscriber. Then I reach out to another subscriber that I've become friends with recently, and he's been making money in this exact same cycle as well. And so I've been scrambling to get everybody ready for this. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make you an offer. And if that's okay with you, type yes. And the reason why I'm asking your permission is because not a lot of people understand or have the pathway to success. And the only reason I have it is because I read a ton of books when I was young. I had nobody that believed in me other than my mom. And I went from being laughed at and watching my wife cry her eyes out when we were trying to get our first mortgage to 45 days later, not only getting that house, but buying 14 homes during a downturn in the economy in 2001, after the dot-com burst had happened and 9/11. This crash is going to be unlike anything you've ever seen, mixed in with a little bit of hyperinflation, but homes will not hyperinflate like you think they're going to. Because the answer to hyperinflation is higher rates. Now, the offer I want to do is this, and I'm going to keep talking about some other things, so stick with me. I have only offered this twice ever before. And I would not be doing any of my students or any of you any good if I didn't tell you what was coming in the future based off of current facts, current news, and then teaching people about the economics behind cycles and changes in the economy. So 2.5 years ago, as a matter of fact, do me a favor, type 1 if you have taken the real estate crash course and you are behind and did what I taught in that course 2.5 years ago. And that was, if you would buy gold and silver, I taught this, okay, 2.5 years ago. I'm not allowed to give financial advice. I taught it to paid students that paid for my instruction. If you would buy gold and silver back then and Bitcoin, it will increase because of something that nobody is telling you, a reason, and then you're going to take that and you're going to exchange it for real estate. Now, real estate has topped. It has been trending down for over 1.5 years, and the government is hiding that. They even changed, I proved it on my other channel, the Real Estate Ninja, where I was covering this specific chart from the Fed, the St. Louis Fed, Federal Reserve out of St. Louis. They changed the charts. They don't want you knowing what's happening. Now, all of my students, no matter if they started with $10 in their pocket or $100,000 in their pocket, are now richer and have more money for the next move on real estate. And I have been teasing because, to be honest with you, I went out and over the last 15 years, I've read books on this specific way of investing in real estate, but the time was never a good time. Well, that time shifted on July 15th, and I have been scrambling to get all of the information together for you to put this out, and this will be my greatest lesson ever because I'm putting together an entire team of people that are absolutely already doing it and crushing it to show anyone on earth, I'm going to say this, anyone on earth can invest in American real estate in a very specific way that very few people understand, and it's way better than going to a foreclosure auction, and it costs a whole lot less. So Dylan told me to offer this one last time this year, and this is the deal. This is my offer to you. The Real Estate Master Course is being opened up. You have 56 hours left. It was open for 72, and I'm just now putting out this video. For 56 hours, you're going to get access to every single course I've ever taught on real estate, and you will get every course I make into the future, including the ones that I release in the next couple of weeks. So it also includes live group coaching calls once a month. Now, I will tell you this. I've only offered this twice. No one has ever returned this or asked for a refund. We have very successful people in this group. Some people have flipped over 45 homes. Some people are just now buying their first home, but they are pivoting and they are ready and they have the knowledge and the ability right now to save $50,000 or $100,000 on their next deal, on their first home. If you want this opportunity, the link's down below. What I'm going to do is, and I have been, building the greatest collection of courses to teach you way more, to where, people spend a lot of money going and getting a college degree so they can get a good job. They go and spend a ton of money, going and getting like a license, like a real estate license, but they don't know anything about cycles. I'm giving the opportunity to educate yourself to save tens of thousands of dollars on your next purchase. And when I say that's actually light, putting it lightly, I'm not joking. My students understand that, especially the masterclass students. They're a totally different breed. But you have to ask yourself, and I'd like you to type it because a lot of you missed the crash of 2008, but you didn't because you were victims of it. And you missed the opportunities in 2010, 2011 to buy up homes and properties for pennies on the dollar, right? Well, pennies on the dollar really only means about 50%, 60% of its value. I'm going to show you in the next couple of weeks how to buy them for, I'm not joking, pennies on the dollar, in a way that people have been doing this in the United States for over a century. And some of the most famous people in the country, like the Rothschilds, did this. It's very little known. I have spent thousands and thousands of dollars on courses myself, and I have yet to find one that will be. It's going to take me 4, maybe 5 months to complete these 2 courses, to make them so valuable with so much information to where you can literally sign up for auctions anywhere in the world from your home, do all of your due diligence, and make money that you honestly will not believe possible. So the link is down below if you want to be a part of the master course. It's only 56 hours because we are preparing to launch these other courses. And what has happened twice before is people bought the other courses and they had no idea that they could have access to every single one plus monthly coaching calls. You will be in a room of people that will be asking questions from me and a couple other pros. And my goal is to bring you up 10 notches so that you can be ready for what is coming. Now, my students from the first course have purchased their gold. We're hitting all-time highs. Silver is absolutely crushing it right now. Do me a favor. Can you do me a favor and type either silver, Bitcoin, or gold that you bought years ago to prepare for a real estate downturn? Can you do me a favor and do that? If you did that, because I want other people to see that there are people actually actively preparing and laughing at the media right now because they know what's not coming, they know what's happening. And you see right now, all of these people typing this, these are people that are wealthier today in dollar terms than they were last month, 6 months ago, or 2 years ago. And they are getting ready for the greatest wealth building exercise in 100 years, and that is to take advantage of a real estate crash. So if you want it, it's down below. I thank you for letting me even offer this. I have had zero returns, but I'll tell you this is my offer to you. That link will show you all the courses you're going to get right away to sink your teeth into, and know that a couple new ones are coming in this next month, and they're pre-filming and all that kind of stuff. If after 14 days, you've watched some of this content, you go, this isn't going to change my life, this isn't giving me the roadmap and everything I need, all the checklists, all the excuses will be wiped away, I will give you your money back if you've watched less than 50%. But I don't even think there's enough hours in the day for you to watch 50% of the content in 14 days. That's the truth. There's a lot of courses down there. If you want to be part of this, you want your questions answered, that's my offer to you. And I thank you again from sincerely the bottom of my heart, because I spent decades trying to get people ready for the last crash and then this opportunity before COVID, and they laughed at me. Now I have students that are running with me, and they are absolutely crushing it. And so I get the benefit of feeling fulfilled, and I thank you for that sincerely. So without further ado, the link's down below. We have 56 hours, and after that, the big idea comes out in a couple weeks. I hope you guys have a great day. Enjoy those gold prices. They may dip a little bit pretty soon, or they may not, because the media is getting very, very intense. And I want to share one last thing with you. Watch what Jewish publications are now pushing out about silver. Please start watching that. A shift is happening. Hope you have a great day. The Economic Ninja is out.